Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine and welcome to today's math class. So we were discussing about the 12th chapter smart charts. So we have come across the chapati chart, tally marks and tally marks table, and the yesterday in the last class we discussed about bar charts, and we have studied some of the information about the rabbits in Australia, where we did not find rabbits in Australia around till 1718. So around 1718, the rabbits were brought to Australia, and their growth was very fast, vigorous growth we found because there were no animals to eat these rabbits, and we answered some of the questions on the rabbits information from the Australia. So now today we are also going to continue the same chapter, smart charts, regarding the family tree. Family tree. Madhav went to a wedding along with his parents. He met many relatives there. So Madhav is a boy. He went to a wedding along with his parents. There he met many of his relatives, but he did not know everyone. He met his mother's grandfather, but found that her grandmother is not alive. So he went to one wedding along with his parents. There he met many of his relatives, but he met his mother's grandfather, but he could not find his mother's grandmother, as she is not alive. He also found that her dadi's mother means grandmother's mother, is still alive. So he found that his grandmother is not alive, but dadi's mother, that is grandmother's mother, is still alive and is more than 100 years old. She is more than 100 years old. So Madhav got confused. He could not imagine his mother's grandmother's mother. So Madhav's mother made a family tree for him. So Madhav got confused because of all these grandmother, grandmothers, great grandmothers. So he could not imagine his mother's grandmother's mother. So Madhav's mother made a family tree for him. So here we have the family tree. See, Madhav, the first generation of Madhav is in the first generation. Madhav is there in the first generation. Then Madhav's parents, Madhav's father and Madhav's mother, Shobhana. So what is the name of Madhav's mother? Shobhana. So Madhav's father and mother will come under second generation. So how many were there in the second generation? Only 2 people were there in the second generation. Whereas the third generation of Madhav, so Madhav's mother Shobhana, Shobhana's mother and Shobhana's father are there. Shobhana's mother and Shobhana's father. So that will come under the third generation, and they are known as grandparents. They were known as, who were they? Grandparents. Grandparents. So the third generation are included in the grandparents. Next we have fourth generation is there, great grandparents. That is Shobha's Nana and Shobha's Nani. Here Shobhana, not Shobha, Shobhana's Nana and Shobhana's Nani. And here Shobhana's Dada and Shobhana's Dadi. So here 4 people are there related to this what it is, Shobhana's father. So father is there, Shobhana's dad, and Shobhana's dad's dad, Dadi is there, Shobhana's Dadi. So 4 people are there. They are known as the great grandparents in the 4th generation. Next, when you come to the 5th generation, they are known as great grandparents. Great grandparents. So Shobhana's Nanis have Shobhana's Nani's father and Shobhana's Nani's mother. Shobhana's Nana has Shobhana's Nana's father and Nana's mother. So similarly we have here Shobhana's dad's mother. Shobhana's Dadi's father and Shobhana's Dadi's mother are there too. And here Shobana's Dada's father, Shobana's Dada's mother. So 8 people were there. 8 people were there in the fifth generation. Fifth generation, how many are there? 8. And the fourth generation, how many are there? 4. Double to that. It is 4 twos are 8. A third generation we have 2. 2 twos are 4. Whereas in the second generation we have 1 into 2, it is 2. 2 times is there. First generation only 1 is there. Second generation we have 2 are there. That is first generation that is Madhav is there. Second generation Madhav's parents. Third generation Madhav's grandparents are there. And in fourth generation Madhav's great grandparents are there. And in fifth generation we have great grandparents of Madhav are there. So in 5 generations altogether, how many people were there here? 1, 3, 5, 9 and 9 plus it is 8. 9 plus 8 it is 17 people are there in the 5 generations of Madhav's family tree. So then he has got some idea about his family members of last 5 generations. So it can be extended to 6th generation. Next, how many people will be we can find in the 6th generation? Double to 8, it is 16 members we can find. In the 7th generation, how many we can find? 16 into 2, 32 people we can find. So in the 8th generation, double to 32, that is 32 into 2, 64 people we can find in the 8th generation. Whereas in the 9th generation we will find 64 double, it is 128 people we can find in the 9th generation, that is double the number of the previous generation. Madhav's mother helped him understand her family with the help of this drawing. So Madhav then he came out of his confusion. He understood all these family members and their relationship with him. So you can also find out about your older generations using such a family tree. So you can also make a family tree with the help of your parents and your grandparents and great grandparents also. So now answer these questions based on the Madhav's family tree. Yes, we have seen about the Madhav's family tree. So here we have Madhav's family tree. This is 5 generations were there. First generation only Madhav is there. Second generation Madhav's parents are there. And third generation we have Madhav's grandparents are there. Fourth generation we have great grandparents are there. And in fifth generation we have great grandparents are there. In 6th generation total 8 family members are there, 8 elders are there. And in the 4th generation we have 4 elders are there. And in the 3rd generation we have 2 elders are there. So based on this family tree we have questions. So how many grandparents in all does Shobana have? How many grandparents? Only grandparents. So where do we find grandparents? Yes, in the 3rd generation. How many are there? How many are there here grandparents of Shobana? Here we have this Shobana's grandparents which were there in the 4th generation. We will find 2 from his father and 2 from his mother. So total how many grandparents are there? We will find 4 grandparents in the Shobana will have. Then how many great grandparents in all does Madhav have? Great grandparents. It is in the 5th generation, great grandparents. So how many are there in great grandparents? That is in the last 5th generation we have 8 are there. How many are there? 8. Similarly, how many elders will be in the 7th generation of his family? So till 5th generation we have how many are there? 8 members. 6th generation how many people will be there? Double to this 8, it is 16 will be there. So 7th generation how many will be there? Double to this 16, it is 32 members will be there in the 7th generation. How many people will find in the 7th generation? It is 32 elders will find in the 7th generation. if he takes his family tree forward, the fourth question, if he takes his family tree forward, in which generation will he find 128 elders? 128 elders will find in which? So till 7th generation we have 32 elders are there. 8th generation how many will be there? Double to this 32, which is so 64 elders are there in the 8th generation. Then 9th generation how many are there? Double to this 64. 64 into 2. 2 4s are 8 and 2 6s are 12. 128 members will find in the 9th generation. Therefore, which generation will find? 9th generation. In 9th generation, we will find 128 elders. In 10th generation, how many elders we can find? Double to the number of 128 will be 256 elders will find in the 10th generation. So this is about Madhav's family tree and his elders, grandparents, parents, great grandparents, great grandparents, 5 generations. Is it clear, children? Madhav's family tree? Yes. Yes, now come to page number 168. Growth chart of a plant. Amit sowed a few seeds of moong dal. So Amit sowed a few seeds of moong dal in the ground. The height of the plant grew to 1.4 centimeter in the first 4 days. After that, it started growing faster. So Amit, he sowed a few seeds of moong dal in the ground, and the height of the plant grew to 1.4 centimeters in the first 4 days. After that, it started growing faster. So the growth of the plant is very high after the first 4 days. So Amit measured the height of the plant after every 4 days and put a dot on the chart. For example, if you look at the dot marked on the 4th day, you can see on the left side scale that is 1.4 centimeters high. Now look at the height of each dot in centimeters and check from the table if he has marked the dots correctly. So here we have the table is there. This is the table where he made this table. That is, he measured the height of the plant after every 4 days. So the first 4 days the height it is 1.4 centimeters. Next on 8th day he found it is 5.3 centimeters. Then 12th day it is 9.5 centimeters. And on 16th day it is 10.2 centimeters. 20th day it is 10.9 centimeters. You see, from the 8th to 12th and from 4th to 8th we find the height of the plant it is very high. It has grew very faster from 4th day to 12th day. From there after the height of the plant growth it is very less. So what he did, he measured the height of the plant after every 4 days and put a dot on the chart. So here we have the chart is there. So this is the chart. So what he did, so he made this chart on the horizontal line. He took days, 4 days, 8 days, 12 days, 16 days and 20 days. And on the vertical line he took it as what? Length of the plant in centimeters. Length of the plant in centimeters, that is 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter till 12 centimeters. If you observe between 1 centimeter to 2 centimeter, that is 2 consecutive centimeters, again we have 10 small lines are there. 10 small lines. So each line will be treated as what? 1 millimeter. So 1 millimeter is equals to how many centimeters? It is 1 by 10 centimeter, that is 0.1 centimeter we have covered in the previous chapters. So he made at the 0 day when he sown the seeds, he found, see the red dot mark is there. So the height of the plant it is 0 centimeters. So at 4th day, see the height, it is between 1 and 2, and it is at the fourth line. It is at the fourth line, that is on fourth day he found that the point dot is there at 1.4. So on eighth day it is 5.8. So observe the height of the plant on eighth day, the points dot is there. See, after 5, the third line, after 5, the third line we have the dot is there. Therefore, he plotted this on 8th day the height of the plant correctly. Then on 12th day, what is the height of the plant? It is 9.5 centimeters. So 12th day it is there. This is the red mark between 9 and 10. So this red mark is there exactly at the fifth line. Exactly at the fifth line it is there. So then we can say that he kept the dot correctly for the 12th day. Then he observed on 16th day it is 10.2. Now observe the red dot which is there at the second line from 10. Therefore it is 10.2 centimeters. And in the 20th day it is there at between 10 and 11 on the 9th line. Therefore it is 10.9 centimeters. 10.9 centimeters. Now if you observe the dots on this chart and the values on this table, both are what? They are the correct. He made it as the correct. Is it clear, children? Now based on this, we have few questions are there. We will discuss these questions. Now based on the table and the chart, here we have few questions are there. Find out from the growth chart. Find out from the growth chart between which days did the length of the plant change the most. So that is the maximum height. On which days we found the maximum height. You see, from 4th day to 18th day, what is the change? 4th day to 18th day, that is 8th day and 4th day. What is the change? 8th day we have 5.3 and on 4th day we have 1.4. By subtracting this, so how do we subtract these decimals? How do we subtract? So write these numbers as whole numbers, that is the numbers, ignore the decimal point and subtract as usual. So go for borrowing. 4 cannot be subtracted from 3. So 13, 10 plus 8 is 13. 13 minus 4, it is 9, and here we have point is there, key point. Now 1 if it is gone borrowing, then it will be 4 minus 1, 3. How much is there? 3.9 centimeters is there change in the growth. Now if you see from 8th to, that is 12th day to 8th day. 12th day it is how much? 9.5 centimeters, and on 8th day it is 5.3. 5.3. Now subtract this. So what we get by subtracting? 5 minus 3, 2. 9 minus 5, 4. 4.2 centimeters. So in which day we will find between which days did the length of the plant change the most? Means it has grown the maximum height in which days? It is 0 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, 12 to 16 and 16 to 20. Yes, it is from 8 to 12, which is 4.2 centimeters. Now the B bit. What could be the length of this plant on the 14th day? And guess. See, 14th day means where do we find the 14th day? This is 12. This is the 12th day. And here we have 16 is there. Between these we have 4 lines are there. This is 12. The next line 13. The next line 14. The next line is 15. Then it is 16. So 14th line. So what could be the length of this plant on the 14th day? 14th day means this line. So this line, where do we find here approximately? So it will be in between what? 9.5 and 10. 9.5 and 10. So it is 8.7 centimeters. Wrong. 9.9 centimeters is there between 9.5 and 10. 10.2 which is more than that is 10.2 centimeters is higher than 10, and 10.5 is also higher. Therefore what is the answer? 9.9 centimeters. So the 14th day height of the plant it is 9.9 centimeters. Will the plant keep growing all the time? What will be its length on the 100th day? Make a guess. Is it possible always throughout its life the plant will grow? No, I think so. I think its length would be about 17 to 18 centimeters. The plant cannot grow continuously till its life. So in the 100th day, by the time of 100th day, it may reach to 17 to 18 centimeters. 17 to 18 centimeters. So like this, we can answer the questions using the growth chart. Growth chart. So today what we discussed two things. One, it is family chart of Madhav, and the other one, it is the growth of a plant, which is measured for every 4 days, and we answered. So this is about the 12th chapter, smart charts. So what we have discussed in this chapter, it is the tally marks table, and the pie chart, or it is also known as chapati chart, bar chart, and the charts, that is the frequency we will discuss about them in detail in the higher classes. Just we have plot the points, that plotting the points we will discuss in the higher classes. I think and I hope you understood today's class as well as the whole chapter smart charts. So thank you very much. Once again, thank you very much.